it is possible for those who were previously enemies to become friends. I usually say an enemy is a friend waiting to be made. I'm Desmond Tutu from South Africa. I'm deeply concerned about peace, as I hope everybody would be. I'm deeply concerned about stability. I'm deeply concerned about violence. And I am very, very conscious of the fact that there is a growing tension in the world, especially between the Muslim world and the West. Religion is in and of itself morally neutral because it is such a very powerful force. It is being used by some unscrupulous people for fanning or exacerbating conflict. I got into a lot of trouble at home once when I said, for goodness sake, remember that God is not a Christian. God is the God of everyone. We ought to learn to be tolerant, to accept that there are going to be differences in how people experience and explain their experience of the divine. And we ought not to be scared. We ought to be saying that perhaps we can be enriched by the insights and the understandings that others have of the divine. Many, many people in the world have resented the fact that the powerful, the wealthy have ruled the roost, but also that they have carried out policies that humiliated the less powerful. We won't win the war against terror, so-called, as long as there are conditions that make people desperate. And poverty, in many ways, is caused by an unjust international economic order. And when people feel emasculated, feel made powerless, treated as if they didn't really count, all of that contributes to a sense of being at enmity with the one who calls the shots. Jerusalem, the holy city of three major religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, plays a very symbolic and very potent part in the current tensions between the Muslim world and the Western world. I think it would be equally powerful as a symbol if Jerusalem were to become the center, acknowledged as the center of all of these three religions. It's first of all that it has been the initiative of two countries, the leaders of two countries, one largely Christian and the other largely Muslim, that they were able to say, we think it is possible for us to talk rather than to blow one another up. Our experience in South Africa has shown that it is possible. People of different faiths, people of different ethnic backgrounds can actually cohere and become a community that is viable. Many people thought that the only way the South African problem could be resolved was through a bloodbath that would overwhelm that country. It did not happen. It did not happen. And then they thought that once you had a black-led government in power, that would be the signal for an orgy of revenge. It did not happen. It did not happen because we chose the path not of retribution and revenge, but the path of forgiveness and reconciliation.